I must also add that the productive sector of our economy are the young people. And these young people, they don't use siren, they don't use convoys, and also they are not even captured in the economic indices of our country. Let me give you a simple analogy how doomed this country is. You see, among the police, only 13,000 police officers are engaged in fighting banditry and terrorist activities. 13,000. But go to the first CID, go and check. You can even use FOI to check this. 130,000 are following big men up and down. 130,000 are following big men up and down. In the Senate alone, and that's Senate and House of Reps alone, there are 3,600 police people attached to these jobless senators and House of Rep people. Why will insecurity not persist in the country? If you see one small boy, just because he does Yahoo, he commands 4 or 5 policemen. That's why the country is fucked. I'm sorry to use the word, the F word. The country is doomed for real, and there's no coming back from it. Any nation where the police, the SSS, the army are subcontracted to politicians instead of policing the nation can never work. Forget about all this cosmetic surgery and all these things. And believe me, as we are here, I can assure you that there are more than 200 conferences going on in Abuja right now. Nothing comes out of these conferences, absolutely nothing. If you go to Merit House, if you go to Transcorp, if you go to Sheraton, if you go to Ibro Hotel, even here, I think there are about 4 or 5 conferences going on here today. These are conferences, you print conference material, they do flyer, they do banner, we are wasting time in this country. Nigeria needs active citizens who will just wake up early in the morning on a faithful Wednesday or Thursday or Friday and occupy the entire nation and demand for reform and demand that these armed robbers, these buccaneers who are in the National Assembly, that they must stop stealing. A situation where you have the national budget, and 80% of the national budget is stolen. It's stolen. Blatantly stolen. And you expect me, you tell me that stop things can work. A situation where in a country, somebody stands in a church and says, lion carried him on his back. And people actually believe. People believe. So how do you want such a nation to work? And again, can you really blame them? You can't blame them, because go and check all nations of the earth where governments have failed, people turn to God and religion. That's why you see people. Are you not surprised that Nigerians are calling on God of Israel, but Israel is calling on Iron Dome for protection? So having said that, it's also important to say that if not for social media, where will we have been able to see the Akpabios of this world that will tell citizens and insult them that while you are protesting, I'll be eaten? You know, if not for social media, how would we have seen Yabelo resisting arrest by EFCC? If not for social media, how will we have been able to see the First Lady fooling around planting something in her backyard, and that is the only way to develop an economy? If not for social media, how will we have been able to know the abracadabra of Dangote and the NNPC and all their wuru-wuru? If not for social media, how will we have been able to see the miracle of off your mic? You remember when the other man was accused of stealing 80-something billion naira, and he immediately they started asking questions in the National Assembly. He fainted. You know, if not for social media, how will we have been able to see the exposure of tribal bigots online who tells Igbos not to vote in Lagos in their own country on election day? If not for social media, how will we have been able to see the level of bigotry during elections and electioneering, where Edo election is just coming up in a few days? The last election in Edo, a reporter was reporting that APC is sharing 5,000, PDP is sharing 5,000. Everybody is collecting and everybody is happy. If not for social media, how will we have been able to see those unethical practices? Again, if not for social media, how will we have been able to see the young man from China who exposes corruption and skill, the lecturer from Kano, Dambelu, who is Tinubu's friend. If not for social media, how will we have been able to see that? If not for social media, how will we have been able to see the APC national chairman, Gandola, stuffing his Babariga with dollars? This is what they want to regulate. Don't allow them to regulate social media. Social media remains the conscience of the citizenry. If not for social media, how will you have been able to know that they have renamed Nigeria Federal Republic of Rice? Every problem, they believe that rice is the solution. If not for social media, finally, I know my time is up, and I'm so sorry. If not for social media, how will we have been able to harness the power and the dynamism of the youth during NSAS, End Bad Governance, and other social changing events? Social media has become a tool of mobilization. The reason why the government is so scared and why they did everything humanly possible to stop protests and agitation is because they know. And the reason why they target social media is because they know the power that social media wields, and they intend to stop the power. And in closing, if not for social media, how will we have been able to know all the exposures of corruption in the society? For instance, there is a young man in
any school, anybody feeling formed to go study computer science, a waste of time. Computer science, IT and arts, you practice it like you learn handwork. So these boys, without you providing education, has learned these skills and they are practicing it. You have refused to acknowledge them. You have refused to implement them. You have refused to use them. So they are using themselves to be useful to themselves. Because they have refused to be useless as you want them to be useless. These are realities of the matter. So as it relates to economic development, let's just first start. If you go to every state, I will call on the sub-regional. Can we begin to create a private institute? Or if the national has refused, create where we can have it. These boys are good though. Do you know what it takes when you see them? See, it's because when you, the problem is, most people driving our government, they don't relate with the millennial, neither could they understand the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs don't believe I need to wear a suit to go to work. I need to sit at home and earn an income. And you have refused to accept it. The dynamics of employment, the dynamics of skills, and the utilization of skills has changed. And we must understand it. It is not everybody that goes to 8 to 5 or 9 to 6 that is working. Some of them is just because the employment says you have to sit there. If you evaluate them, they actually did nothing for that time. But these boys stay awake till 2 a.m., stay awake till 3 a.m., tracking traffics of communications. Bros, you know, easy. Let's acknowledge this work. It is the stupidity of our system. It is the stupidity of our government to have harvested them and utilize it well. I have lived a life to have worked with this, and I work with the Gen Z. When I hire you, do you know what I tell you? When do you want to work? Some of them want to sleep till 10 and wake up and go and play and start working by 9 and work till 7 a.m. in the morning, and you say they are not working because they didn't bath and go to one office. Look back. Go ahead. You know. So for the sake of economic development, we need to change the model of realities of employment. We need to change the model of reality of skills training. So my recommendation is we can comfortably create a system if the government is willing and ready, because that system will work for us. I can set up a system where we'll track them, bring them in bros. Say you know how to hack every phone. Yes, no problem. UBA, please begin to pay this guy 1 million naira every month. Let him be tracking every phone for us. And you begin to see the banks being protected. Because as you block one, they will change formats. The format is very dynamic. And once they get one format, they share it. And the boys will go on. The format will work. Once that format is expiring, another one is coming up. So it's dynamic. Bros, speak for yourself. I may be a patron. Don't bother. So, having lived this life, you know when I spoke up there, I told you, 22 years ago, I was licensed as an ethical hacker. We get paid. In Nigeria, there's no ethical hacker. So why? The system can create it. Do you know what ethical hacker do? Because you're licensed, you can't perpetrate any crime. What you do is that you begin to check for holes in a system. And there's no system that you have created that I will track in 1 minute or 60 seconds. I must detect a hole, like I enter and do damage and come out. Every system you set in cybersecurity network must always have a 13 seconds lap. That is how it's built. That 13 seconds lap is for maintenance. So it will take somebody to track it per second to be able to detect that 13-second lapse. Once he detects that backhoe, he can enter and come out. Once he confirms it, he begins to deal with that. So if you have people, we have over 1 million Nigerians that have trained themselves on that, bros, we can hire them. That employment will help and there will be development. I don't want to dive deep into it, but the economic benefit is so enlarged and we can tap into it. If we don't do it early, you will begin to see magic that will happen in our elections. It is just a case of compare vote A plus vote B, assign the highest vote to who I like, and that is how the result will come out. And we are close to it. Because it doesn't take anything. When you now say electronic transmission, my job will just be to sit one place and be tracking the packet as they are moving and reassigning it to who I want, and I'll win the election. It's very simple. Thank you. Thank you.
There is power in social media. Yeah, powerful one there, powerful message. At least if we not fit do anything, would they see and for social media what they are doing, how they are deceiving us in this country, how they are dealing with us in this country through social media. At least we can still see them, right? We can still talk about them. There's power in social media, so they should not try. That is it. They should not try to say they want to regulate social media or they want to shut any of the social media platform down so that we not see all this evil they are doing. No, it's not going to work. So they should not try it, and they should not try it. It's not going to work. No. Yes, because I keep saying it before now. If you look at it, Yahoo boys, they are in fact now working boys. Working boys. The problem shouldn't be Yahoo. We should even give them opportunity, give them time, give them everything they need to help us recover all those money our leaders still deposit in those foreign country. I keep saying it. The client who is ready to pay and you who won't receive the money, who is doing who? You want to pay for waiting you don't see because it is cheap for you, Abi. You want to buy waiting you don't see, or forget say okay, even if na all those one not be say come and buy all those things, if na hacking on all those things. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy. They go school to learn all those things. Now lack of frustration. There is no work, nothing. That's why they have to do all those things. People need to survive. People need to survive. People need to eat. So they are helping us to recover those things that the Weibo, the YT stole from us. They are helping us to recover. So we should even give them everything they need to help us to recover. So if you want to regulate, if you want to disturb, not these people. And these people, you are saying expert in IT. So anything you want to do, you even need to bring them on board. This one you cry. You need, just like the other man said, you need to bring them on board. Invest in them. Invest in them. They teach others. And this one, you don't even need to go to university to study a computer engineer again. What you want to go where you can learn it. You can go and make somebody to learn all this IT, this and the 3 months course, 3 months, 6 months. You don't learn that. What you want to go study for 4 years? See, you want to go study computer science in school in this time. No. Computer science, in 6 months, you can go training, professional training. 3 months, you don't learn everything you want to learn. And these people can even teach you. And they need to invest in them to teach others, not just to spoil. No, they can help you. If you want them to help you, they'll help you. If you don't invest in them, employ them to do for themselves, that's why they will continue to react. They will continue to disturb because they have learned this job. They now know know how to use it to either to steal or to help your company. Simple as that. You will not choose the one you want. So that is just it. Anyways, what do you think? Please share this video now. I'll be your guy. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel now, please.